Hello and welcome to Two Ordinary Nerds. Oh shit, my beard's bubbling. Hey Daniel, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, not bad. Just got off work, drinking some beer, eating some pizza, hanging out. Hey, do you know we're on YouTube now?
I do. What channel are we in?
It's just Two Ordinary Nerds.
Oh.
Go on there, like and subscribe. We still are not subscribed by MeUndies, but if you want to help us out, go ahead, MeUndies.
Send us some pair and we will wear them.
Or any beer company.
No, Boulevard, you should.
Speaking of Boulevard, what are you drinking there?
I'm drinking, it's called the Rattler. It's a cranberry orange beer, and it's from Boulevard, so Kansas City, like our good listeners know. I do not like it. I do not like it at all. It tastes like a shitty orange soda.
They have a different one that's called a lemon something Rattler that is a lot better than that one. But I think they're changing up the flavors. I would give that one a 2.5. I think it's mediocre, but it's definitely the cranberry overpowers the orange. When you get the hint of orange, it gives it a good flavor. But
I like Boulevard's tropical one that has...
Oh, the tropical pale ale?
Almost
bought that for today.
What is it?
Grapefruit.
Grapefruit. I love that one. This one, I'm sorry, but I'm going to give it 1.5 beers because I can only finish 1.5. I don't think I'll be able to finish more than that.
That's how I am with stout beers.
What are you having?
Well, another beer that I got for us today is Alpha Pale Ale. Now, we've had Torn Label before. Daniel has gotten one of those beers for us before. It was the honey beer.
It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. So we're going to try this this Pale Ale. Once again, that's from Torn Label. Daniel, for those obviously can't see, Daniel just made a horrific face having to chug the rest of that Rattler.
Oh, shit.
Like someone taking a huge shot of...
tequila or something. I mean,
I was going to say Jaeger.
I mean, it's not a good beer. I'm sorry, Boulevard. I'm your biggest fan, but as a true fan, I need to tell you when you guys fuck up, and that's one of them.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to try this.
I like this one. I like the Alpha.
Wow. It's really powerful pale ale.
I like it.
I would say it's more like an IPA.
Maybe the difference is like all that sweetness, and this is a bit more bitter. And
I like my beers more bitter. Yeah. I mean, if I'm going sweet route, I like Summer Shandy by Leinenkugels. That's a really good beer, for summer. But I would say normal drinking, I would go say I'm more of a IPA pale ale kind of person.
I like it. I think it's good. I think Torn Label. I want to think I still think that the honey one's a little bit better, but it's a good beer. I mean, I'll give it a good 2.5.
Give it a 3 because it's better than that beer.
It is better than that one, but I give that 1.5. This is, we're starting to listening to our old podcast. We are very generous.
Yeah, we have been pretty generous. Yeah, so watch out, beer makers. We're about to get real fucking harsh.
So I'm gonna give it 2.5. Would I buy it again? Probably not.
The Alpha? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think
I would tell people if they ask me, I would say it's a good beer. I wouldn't buy it again. The Rattler, I would not buy it, and I would not recommend it.
If it was a lemon shandy Rattler, I would probably buy that again because it was pretty good. But
I will buy again the honey one.
Yeah.
And I will buy again the Lagunitas.
I probably wouldn't buy this again. I mean, it's not a bad beer, but it's not, when I'm going
not good enough
spending $10 on a 6-pack, it's not something that's going to be like, oh, I want to try that. But it's nice and interesting for us to give our listeners new beer to try, and
Yeah, if you guys know some beer, or you have one of your favorites, just let us know. We will try to look for it.
Email us, message us on YouTube and on Twitter, Facebook. Yeah. We're fucking everywhere.
Yeah, we are everywhere. We're fucking Big Brother.
Finally, we told you guys we'd get on YouTube, and look what happened. All right. Well, what are we going to do today? A little bit of randomness?
I think it's a little bit of randomness, but we're going to focus more on the shows that we were watching that the other person watched.
So if you guys remember from a couple podcasts ago, at the beginning of the month, we said that a new deal that we're going to do once a month is that we're going to watch a show that each of us have not seen. So Daniel has not seen Black Sails, so he's going to watch that. And I have not seen Arrow, so I've been watching that. So we're going to discuss that. We have another segment that we're going to introduce, just something more fun, entertaining to try.
Yeah. So our mateys keep the
don't steal my booty.
Our mateys
No, seriously.
keep the arrows flying.
Yeah. So Daniel's gonna jump right into Black Sails. Let's discuss. You haven't, you've never seen that show?
I've never seen that show. I have mixed feelings about it. I'm not getting into it, but how you told me that the first season you just have to power through it, and then it just starts getting better and better.
It's a lot better in the second season because you get more of Flint's backstory, and there's a lot more plot twists. There's a lot more action.
So that's good.
I mean, the action just starts right at the beginning.
I'm surprised with what is it, like the scenery or the environment?
Atmosphere?
I feel like they're real ships. Like
they are real ships.
Well,
they actually built full-scale ships. For them.
That's awesome. You can notice it. I noticed I like the different variety of characters. I like how like how they're historically correct, and it's a fun show. It's just the first episode was great. I thought, it's gonna be great, and then after the second one, it just starts to slow down. He's starting to pick up a little bit now, and I'm in episode 6, so I have 2 to go to finish the first season. So it's picking up pretty quick.
Did spoiler alert? Did Billy fly off the boat yet?
Who's Billy?
The tall pirate, the one that's like roided out, like the dude.
Oh, he died. I like him.
But did he fly off the boat yet?
No.
Have you ever read the book Treasure Island?
Yeah.
Okay, then you know that guy's Billy Bones, right? You know who Billy Bones is? You've never read Treasure Island?
I'm reading in Spanish, and the names are different.
Well, Billy Bones is in the beginning of Treasure Island. Billy Bones is he's sitting at the bar telling them about this lost treasure that he used to have. He used to be part of Captain Flint's crew. This show is a prequel to that book.
Okay.
So even if you get to a point where Billy Bones might fly off of a boat because Captain Flint pushes him off the boat, if you know Treasure Island, he's not going to die.
So he gets pushed. No, I'm right now in the episode that the main pirate, so Pirate Flint, successfully boards the ship with all the guns, with all the cannons.
Okay.
So that's where I am. It's just... My problem with this show is I think it's one of those shows, like, people hype it up so much to me that when you watch it and you're expecting glorious, and then it starts slow, it's like, that's why when I tell people to watch Game of Thrones, it's like the first episode, you need to watch at least 3 or 4 episodes for it to gain to you. I think this one takes a little bit longer to gain into you.
Even the first 2 seasons, Season 2 definitely had more action in it, way more than...
But I haven't seen that, so I don't know that. Like, it's like Game of Thrones. People say, you love it. But if you watch the first episode and you're like, no, this is not...
You watch the first season, you're like... I was hooked when I first started watching it, but I think a lot of... I
didn't get hooked until Sean Bean dies, and I was like, holy shit.
I got hooked because Sean Bean was in that show. I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this show. Yeah. But, yeah, I think... Yeah, for Black Sails, IGN has a lot of... If you listen to their podcast, they have a lot... They talk about it a lot because they're fans of it. And they always say... We always tell people, get over that first season, because that first season is really rough and really hard to watch because it's... it can be boring.
So that's my problem. I agree. I totally agree. I don't know what season 2... Once next season comes in, we can talk about it in the next episode. But as for right now, my review is... It's interesting, but it's at the same time, it's tough. It is really tough. And the episodes are like an hour long. So it's not something that you can more or less fly by. And it's not something you can put in the background. You need more or less pay attention or you will get fucking lost. I see myself rewinding because I got distracted and lost my... so who the fuck is this guy now? Sort of thing. But when did this guy die? Like the dad of the blonde chick who gets shot when they...
Oh yeah,
I was not paying attention. And
the mayor.
And he gets shot, and I was like, oh, when did he die? Sort of thing. But that's my thing right now. We will talk about it a little bit more once I head to season 2
next month.
Beginning of next,
or at the end of March.
But you've been power through Arrow.
Yeah, power through Arrow. Well, and first off, I mean, it's different between a pirate show, not to mention Arrow's anywhere from 35 to 40 minutes long each episode, because Black Sails is a full hour because there's no commercials in it. So Arrow's a little easier to power through, and I think the action.
And I think it's a little bit like it's CW, isn't it?
Yeah, Arrow's on CW.
And I think Black Sail, like CW, it's a little more lighthearted. It's not so much about storytelling. It has a good storytelling, but I mean, it's not like in this type of show like Game of Thrones. You need to watch it. You need to put your attention to it. Arrow, you can more or less, like I said, put it.
Yeah, I feel like if I skipped an episode, I would still know that Rory is a pussy.
All right.
So, not really. That dude is. I'm in the middle of the second season. It's
much better than the first.
The first season's still not bad. Like, I like the first season. I think it's Stephen Amell is an okay actor, but I really think that they. I'm disappointed because after you had me read Injustice, I feel like Arrow could have been different because that Arrow is way cooler. Like, he's funnier, he's quirky. I just feel like this Arrow is like a little too dark. He doesn't really laugh that much. He's kind of just buh. And Stephen Amell is like I said, he's an okay actor. I mean, he does it okay. He does a good job, but I would say they could have probably cast that. I mean, I know I'm probably going to get sent to the ringer for this because a lot of people like him, but I think the supporting characters are what make that show. I mean, I really like the action. Like, when he plays Green Arrow, when he's in there fighting and stuff, that's awesome. But when he's just playing Ollie, it's just kind of, I mean, it's okay. But the supporting characters, Laurel is really good. I like her. And then, I mean, Diggle's my favorite. Diggle is just, he brings so much ground level to that show. He brings, the emotional impact. I feel like Stephen Amell's character really, he doesn't do emotion very well, like acting-wise. You can see it, but he just doesn't, I don't know. And then, what's-her-face, the Oracle girl.
Oh, the blonde chick?
Yeah, she's really fun too. I like her. And then, of course, now because I'm on season 2, they introduced, Barry and Flash, which is really cool. I like him a lot. I think I'm gonna.
Season 2? Mm-hmm. They introduced Barry in season 2? Mm-hmm. I don't remember that.
Yeah, and it was like season 2, episode like 7 or 8.
Huh? Don't remember.
Yeah, and then he gets struck by lightning or whatever. I think the villains are cool.
So yeah,
Emily Felicity, that's her name.
So Felicity is, I think it's Smoke. Smoke is the Oracle, but I mean, like I said, Green Arrow I feel is Batman. Is the Batman storyline. He's all butthurt about everything, and
Tommy got annoyed. I got annoyed at Tommy.
Why Tommy?
Because Tommy couldn't figure out what the fuck he wanted. Like, he was a party boy, then he wanted to be a businessman, and then he got pissed off because he wants Laurel, but he can't have Laurel. Then he wants Laurel, and he has Laurel, and he gets pissed off because he's jealous, and just, ugh. I like his sister. His sister's cool. Thea.
And you don't like, and you like? Do you like Rory?
Rory gets under my skin a little bit.
Has he become?
He has a super. Right now, he's dealing with a super strength, trying to figure out what to do. I really like Deathstroke.
Deathstroke does a good job.
I think I think my favorite part of this show that I get excited for is the backstory. Because the backstory is just, I think...
When he is in the island with the...
Yeah.
Are they Japanese? I can't remember.
Yeah, or Chinese.
Chinese? Has he gotten out of the island quite yet?
The what?
Has he gotten out of the island? Do you know how he gets out?
No, right now he's there with Sarah.
Okay.
And the other Asian girl got killed, his girlfriend or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then Deathstroke is all roided out with that drug. I like also how they have reoccurring stories. So if one villain goes away, they might bring him back that same season. I like that way of storytelling. They did that kind of with Firefly with the Mel's wife, the redhead. They brought her back in that season. I really feel like that's a good way of storytelling because it keeps the people engaged. What's your likes and complaints about that show?
It's a Batman show. That show would be great if it was Batman.
I think they should have They should still put Batman.
Like you said, your complaint is like it's not Green Arrow. It's just so.
And I don't know anything about. Let's make this clear. I am not a DC fan, really. I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
But from reading Injustice.
But for example, a good connection with Deathstroke that did with Green Arrow. Deathstroke is Green Arrow is the one that takes Deathstroke's eye.
Yeah.
Takes him in the comics still.
Okay.
So he basically gets an arrow and stabs him in the eye.
I really feel they could lighten Stephen Amell's character up a little bit. I mean, I understand.
Now it's too late.
Yeah, now they can't just change him and be like, ah.
They try. They will.
Oh.
Well, everything is going to get peachy, but it's not going to get peachy. It's just...
I do think as soon as Barry came in, I liked him a lot. Him intermingling with them, I like. Obviously, he's going to go on to his own show, which I feel like I'm probably going to like that show a little more.
I seen Flash. I follow Flash. I stopped following Green Arrow. And from Flash, I think Supergirl comes out.
I won't watch that. I don't care.
And it's not bad. It's and then there's episodes where they're all intertwined. Supergirl, Green Arrow, and Flash.
And then the Heroes of Tomorrow or whatever.
Heroes of Tomorrow. I've seen that. It's also it's on Netflix right now, season 1.
I really wish that if they have all these characters and they introduce Superman into Supergirl, there's no reason why they can't not introduce Batman.
There have been talks of Nightwing's going to be showing up. And
Nightwing would be cool because that would be their way of not showing Batman, but showing.
I think that they're gonna keep that Batman card pretty close to their heart.
Yeah,
but I think there's been rumors about Nightwing.
Introduce something from Gotham.
Yeah, or
if you're gonna have all, I mean,
but the thing, a lot of people think that Batman at the beginning he's a myth. Nobody actually believes that Batman is true outside of Gotham.
Yeah, because they call him the Bat.
Well, yeah, but he's like, I thought you were a myth. And then a couple ones think they actually have superpowers. There's cool, I think it's a Justice League movie where Batman and Green Lantern talking, and Batman managed to take, while he's talking to Green Arrow, managed to take his ring off and becomes human. And Green Arrow puts it back on, like, don't ever do that again. Like, he's like, so what powers do you have? I like, can you walk? I'm surprised you can walk in the sun. And he's like, I'm not a vampire. So what do you do? Do you have super strength? What do you do? And he's like, no. And he's like, are you just telling me that you're just a regular guy in a bat costume? Like, he looks back and smiles, and then he basically goes like, shows Batman being a badass. But
I mean, he is. I think the ultimate showdown. It would be really neat to see like a Tony Stark Batman mashup because they are literally the same person, kind of. I mean, Tony Stark is a little more I mean, Bruce Wayne is Playboy also, but he's more.
No, but Bruce, so they're completely different.
Well,
in the core, they're completely different. Batman is like what is real? What is Iron Man? The persona is Tony the face, but I think Tony and Iron Man are the same person. They behave exactly the same.
Yeah, that's true because
Batman is Batman, and he portrays and acts as Bruce Wayne.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
And well, the only similarity is like yes, they have more or less have techs and gadgets, and they're pretty smart.
Yeah, but Tony is the same. Like in the Avengers, when he flies in the first movie, and he's like, "Oh, Agent Romanoff, it's good to see you again." And then it's the same person. He's just in a
and there's like, but I get the point. Like, without your suit, what are you? You're nothing. Mm-hmm. But technically, that is true. But Batman without his suit, it is still a face. He only has Batarangs. He has little gadgets.
He's still a badass.
But he cannot go punch to punch with a Hulk beam. He would never go to punch with the Hulk thing. Well, Iron Man, he just has to get equipped a bit of armor and just go ahead. So, they're not really similar.
Although he is, I mean, in a sense, you say he couldn't go head to head with Hulk, but if Batman can take down Superman, he could probably do it because Batman's.
Well, yeah, but he won't go head to head. It won't be. It would be different. Batman would need the preparation and a whole bunch of ideas just to get to that point.
Yeah,
and he had to get, And to be honest, that you're talking about the movie, which is shitty. But if you're talking about the comics, Batman has a little squeeze of opportunity. So he could kill him in the Dark Knight Returns, but he chooses not to. But if Superman goes from the get go balls against Batman, Batman is dead.
Well, just like an Injustice.
Yeah, like if he goes,
that's the only thing I have to go off of for DC.
Like, you should watch the Netflix movies. They're the cartoon ones, the animated ones are pretty good. If they go full beast mode against Superman, like Superman technically he's a god. He goes to the sun, gets the energy. He can run as fast as Flash, a little bit slower, and yes, knock the fuck up on Batman and he's gone. He can basically, Superman can walk into the sun and nothing happens. Do you really think that Batman with his boomerangs and his gas bombs, if he really wanted to, he just has to fly away.
Yeah.
When they're fighting, fly away, snap him with his hit with his X-ray vision or with his with the laser eyes. Dead, gone, flies away.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that would not make a good comic. That wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be exciting if you really, really got it. It's like...
It was just like Captain America. I mean, Captain America... I mean, you see in Civil War, I mean, if he has the opportunity, he could take out Tony in the suit if he is enraged enough. But Tony has...
But Tony, you have to think that it wasn't 1v1. It was always somebody with Captain America against Tony.
That's true.
Tony is like... For example, it's like Hulk. Hulk, nobody can beat him. In the Avengers. If Hulk goes bad, that's what the game put in. And that's
it's not true. Hawkeye killed him.
Oh, you're at the... What is it?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. True, but he has to have some... Hawkeye can't kill him. He needs Bruce Banner's.
Yeah. Bruce Banner basically killed himself, but had someone help. The mercy kill.
Yeah, but basically, that's what I mean. Like, you cannot... It's... Batman is a staple that it's kind of hard to just compare to somebody else. And DC's superheroes are all the smartest, and they have this super strengths and superpowers, powers that it's when people say, well, who will win? Thor versus Superman, because the writers made him stronger.
Yeah,
the DC universe overall is stronger, and that's why sometimes I think DC is a little bit more boring. Like Superman. What's the fun of watching somebody who can basically, move planets?
Yeah,
like move them. Like it's not. It gets to a point of like, okay, well, really?
I think that's why I do get bored of Superman is because,
and that's why Batman is a little bit better. I think
Batman's entertaining because he's just he's more human. Sometimes I do agree with the injustice part. Like I don't understand. There is a point where if this guy is committed these atrocities still, just fucking kill him. Just kill him.
Well, yeah, but
I understand Batman's code.
But if it was a regular world, they would have killed him.
Yeah.
But we're talking here the dollar bill. If you killed the Joker,
I think that's why I like Arrow. I like the beginning of the show. I enjoy the first season because they show him. He gets the reputation like, oh, you kill people. And then he comes to realize, oh, not everyone deserves to die. I don't need to do this. I like that. But he's still, like, when Felicity almost gets killed, he kills the guy who has the weird antidote that gets them all fucked up.
Yeah, well, Green Arrow does not have the dilemma as Batman has.
Yeah. But still, I feel he is more human. Batman, I understand. Same with Superman.
In the first couple comics, he used to kill. He used to carry a gun. Shoot the people.
Huh.
The reason why they don't kill is because of the comic book code. You can't kill people. That's why have you ever noticed like in the cartoons like Spider-Man, they don't have guns, they have like lasers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have lasers. They don't, If you remember, they never have like an actual revolver. The Batman animated series, they had lasers.
Huh.
They didn't have pistols because it makes it non-kid friendly.
I love that show.
So there's a lot of reasons why Batman not kill, because he's the good guy. He don't kill. And you can't kill the main actor. If you kill the fucking super villains, it gets to a point of like, okay, well, who's next? Oh, somebody's stronger.
Yeah.
A new one comes out, and then you have to. And then you can't use. Oh, he's made of sand. Done it. He's Scarecrow. Done it. He's the Joker. Done it. Cat. Done it. Elephant. Done it. Gravity. Done it. Everything you can imagine. There's out there.
I guess that's true because in Marvel, I mean, they don't kill Loki off, and Loki's always caught. I mean, he's the mischief god.
Yeah, but they don't kill Loki. They killed Red Skull, but Red Skull comes back. Oh, they killed Spider-Man.
They never get rid of.
Look, but Spider-Man comes back. They kill him just to sell comics, and then 2 years from now they bring him back. Oh, they killed Logan, but now Logan is back. You know, it's like, how does that work? But I mean,
so we kind of got on a tangent there, but
yeah.
Going back, I would say for Arrow, I would say, I mean, I enjoy watching the show, as in going over to my girlfriend's house on Fridays and just hanging out, and after she passes out, it's a good show to watch, you know, if I'm bored or something. I enjoy it because of the action. It's not as bad as what I thought it was.
You like going to your girlfriend's house because of the action?
Yeah. I thought it was going to be a shittier show.
I mean, it's not bad. It's a fun little show. It's a fun little show.
I'm getting over my DC.
DC's a good. You should never. I mean, DC is good. It's a really good
I'm still Marvel, but
you never know. Once you, I mean, I like both. The thing that I just like about DC is the Supermans, the Flash comics. There's like this Flashpoint, but there's a few ones that I like. But I mean, the overall, like, Superman is basically God. Flash is super fast, but then they get to the point like, how can he lose if he can basically go back in time? Well, you need to create this rule so to make that mix. Oh, there's another Flashes out there that can make you to compete with him, because you get to a point. What happens is they're gonna create one day a character. He's like, he is definitely God. Snap your fingers, you're dead. Snap your fingers, you're gone. And there is characters like that, but I mean, that's what I mean. There's nothing to make them vulnerable.
That's what makes me worried about.
And Marvel had a good job of that.
Well, kind of, except for Thanos.
Thanos is with the gauntlet.
Exactly. That's what makes me worried.
But he needs to get the gauntlet, and then he starts becoming powerful.
But what worries me about the movie is I hope that they don't make it like the book, because Infinity Gauntlet, the actual story, isn't that good. I mean, like where they have like the world, you know, everyone disappears randomly, all the characters, you're like, where the fuck did all these people go? Like the Rapture. Well, then they find out where they went, but then you see like every Marvel character going after Thanos, and I'm just like, it's not really fun to watch all these people fight one guy when you have, because you know that's what made the first Avengers movie great, and even the second one wasn't as good as the first, but they all had to fight something in between there. If you have one guy fighting all these Avengers, it just seems kind of boring.
But he's gonna be he's gonna have it. He's gonna be the big bad guy, but he's not the most powerful one.
No, well, with the Infinity Gauntlet he is, but I still wonder if they're gonna surprise us with Adam Warlock.
They're gonna make it different. They're gonna tone it down.
I hope they make it different.
They can't use all the Marvel characters.
I like it when they make it different.
They're gonna tone it down a little bit. I don't think he's gonna be able to do whatever he can, and I doubt that they're gonna talk about death.
They already said that they were gonna put her in there, Aisha, or not Aisha, but the other
Aisha.
Yeah, so we're done with that segment about the shows. I think we're gonna do something new. Every podcast we're just gonna throw in a little question that's kind of weird. You guys can message us about it, what your thoughts are. Our question this week is, do walkers float or do they walk underwater? What's your take?
My take is, I think this question's been answered in the show, but they float. So basically, I think if you kill somebody, so let's go the progression of becoming a walker. So you shoot a guy 3 bullets in the chest, he falls in the water, he will sink and start decomposing, and then he will start floating, and he will basically be floating in the water. You can see this, or standing up, but with the water. But I don't think they're able to more or less walk like Pirates of the Caribbean style under the water. You can see them in the episode with the boat when they're like paddling and they're like floating there. So
because that's my thought is you know, since they're dead, because they don't know how to swim, they're just kind of floating there, bobbing. But if you're bobbing when you're dead, you're face first. the only way you stand up when you're floating is because you're using your body to float.
That is
So
true.
theoretically, the walkers should just be floating on their faces or on their back going...
That is true, and I think that well, maybe one time once the legs decompose, they can stop being like.
That's a good idea. If their legs are gone, then yeah, they could become like a bobber.
My thing is, do animals eat the walkers?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I don't... I wonder if
Like,
they...
I wonder if there's a catfish just chugging in those walkers and if they're like swimming and they're like floating and there's
I
like
could
catfish
see-
just eating like their.
That's possible because they're basically bottom feeders or shit eaters, so they eat... I think more so we would see birds eating it, and we would see like
bugs.
possums and bugs for sure. That, you know, being 5 years into the show, that's my one argument that I've always had about The Walking Dead is, if all these people are dead and you're 5 years into this, they should all be gone. I mean, bodies...
Decomposing?
Yeah, they should decompose like that. I mean, bodies don't last that long.
No.
Without having the,
But you use logic here.
Yeah.
You can't use logic.
I know. Yeah, you also had a good question we were talking earlier.
Our question is,
What was the other...
if a walker falls down, can I get it back here?
If a walker can fall down...
I've never seen I can remember a time that I can see a walker getting up after falling down.
Yeah,
They all fall down and stay down.
yeah.
So I wonder if they know
Eventually,
how to do
I
a push-up.
think they get up because maybe they climb up other
I've never
like
seen-
herds, but you never see that.
I've
Yeah,
never
Kirkman,
seen one.
What the fuck, man? Show us if they can get up or not. Can we just have like a comic book where it just answers all of our fucking questions?
I call him middle of the night.
Kirkman, we're gonna need you to the next comic. We're gonna need you to make it to where show us walkers can get up
Yeah.
if they swim.
And if do animals eat? Because I can see a couple of wolves trying to, like hungry wolves, trying to eat a walker.
Well, yeah, but I mean the only thing that happens to animals if they eat bad meat usually is either they get worms, or they get
Get sick.
well they get worms, they get sick, or they get rabid. A lot of animals can eat things different.
But like a vulture. I can see animals.
Vultures can eat, yeah.
I'm saying, but in their case, a wolf does not know.
That would be a cool episode.
Like
if they
you can
had
see
like
a wolf and the wolf like just attacks the like a pack of wolves attacks the walker. Because they go against animals. They fight.
They have shown that of animals attacking.
They get more as horses.
But usually the walkers kill all of them because for some reason they always show animals that are in herds.
I see like horses get killed a couple times.
Not animals.
Remember
walkers.
the dog episode where the dogs attacked the savior,
They attack our group on the way before they get
to Alexandria.
This fucking episode's so crazy. When they are in that barn and the tornado comes and they're holding it down. I'm like, if that fucking door was moving that much because of a tornado, that fucking roof would
It's
be
gone.
Yeah. This is
Living in
ridiculous.
Kansas, we know.
Yeah.
Like, this is bullshit.
This is fucking retarded. And then they come out and obviously there's nothing left in their path except for the barn. It's ridiculous.
I mean, that's one of the things when you look at scrutiny and start asking the stupid questions.
But that's what makes
Every
it,
fucking
I guess
show.
it's fun.
Every fucking show, it gets kind of stupid. Like, even if you go to, like, I don't know, like, Game of Thrones, it's like, yeah, these people travel thousands of miles by horseback riding in fucking days. Like, if it's a car, like, no, it takes months. You don't, like,
well, unless
from
you're
Winterfell with the coconuts.
African swallow.
But the thing, like in the first season, when they get the lead from Winterfell to King's Landing, it takes them 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah.
But Littlefinger is like,
Yeah, Littlefinger has a time. He must be like he's either
time
Flash or no, he's a fucking doctor, dude. That's why I like Littlefinger so much.
But that's the thing. It's
Adol
like,
Z.
but if you start thinking about it, and then it's like in the narrative perspective, it will be fucking boring.
Yeah.
And Littlefinger's still traveling to the Ire.
Next page. He's still traveling.
You know, the wheel broke, and they got stuck, and it's 2 weeks later to fix it.
He ran into the Hound. They ate a sandwich, talked a little bit, yelled at each other.
Yeah, I was like, so that's kind of things like The Walking Dead. I want to know, if I could have any question whatsoever, is there a country is all the countries affected? Is it a worldwide thing?
That would be interesting to see because, yeah, all we've seen is just the United States. Well, and Mexico.
Yeah, but I mean, I wonder, like, Iceland, like a more desolated regions. Or like the, middle of nowhere Amazonian people where even scientists are scared to go in because all your diseases that you have can be transmitted. What happens to those people who's been isolated? Are they infected?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was like. I want to see if it's worldwide or it's been, because I think it would be cool if you could see like a plane and just drop packages of supplies.
That would be neat.
But I don't think I think it's worldwide just because of that reason. I think
except for Australia and New Zealand. Because they're just at the bottom of the world. So
they're not in the bottom of the world. There's no bottom and there's no top.
The other is.
Oh, there isn't.
Yeah, remember all the celebrities think the world's flat, so it's got to be. Alright, so I think that's about it for
Is there any news?
I don't think really, other than the Switch comes out this week, Horizon Zero Dawn comes out this week for PS4.
Logan comes out this week.
We're going to see Logan, so next
There's
week.
a couple of people that passed away.
Oh, yeah, we need to give a shout out to Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton passed away.
It's game over, man.
Game over, dude!
Bill Paxton, the giant from the Game of Thrones, also passed away.
Yeah. Send our condolences out to those families, especially Bill Paxton. Man, that hit close to home.
Yeah,
I love Twister. I love every movie he's been in.
He's just getting a pure gold. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it from the news.
Yeah. So next week we'll probably talk about Logan because we're gonna go see it on Sunday. If we like and subscribe on what?
No.
Like and subscribe on YouTube. If you have any questions for us that you want, like any crazy questions like our Walker one that you want us to ask, send us a message on Google, message us on Twitter, and message us on on our email account and Facebook.
Okay, and I think it would be fun if we have if we ask a question so they can answer us with us and we can read them aloud. That's
cool.
If somebody does actually plant, and I was thinking. Let's go with Logan. What would a lightsaber cut Logan's adamantium claws? What do you guys think? Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah, let us know what you think. Cheers.
Cheers.